Hi, Libra. My name is Darlene Dotson, and this is your Destiny of Truth for April of 2021. Now, Libra, on the 1st or the 2nd, we have Mercury in Pisces in your 6th house, sextiling Pluto and Capricorn in your 4th house. You've been dealing with Pluto here for a while now, and Pluto in your 4th house, he is getting rid of things you no longer need in the very foundation that you're building with your home and your family and the structure that supports you. You want things more grounded and practical there. You are tired of the roller coaster ride. You just want things to be peaceful in your life. Well, and that has to do with the Mercury in the 6th house with Pisces. Now, with Mercury in Pisces, your communications are very emotional. It could be about your health with it being in the 6th house, or it could be about your work life. But there's communications happening there because you want your home life more grounded. And the communication hasn't, been the greatest to make that home life stable and secure. You have felt all over the place. Now, on the 3rd, we have Mercury moving into Aries in your 7th house. That's your house of partnerships. And you are going to be communicating more aggressively with those around you. And you're also going to be communicating about the things that you want in your life. Now, on the 6th, we have Venus in Aries, sextiling Mars in Gemini in the 9th. Now, again, Venus in Aries is your 7th house, okay? And you're communicating with those that you love, that you're in partnerships with about, the direction, the actions that you want to take in your philosophies, in your higher vision for yourself, and where you want to go. Now, on the 9th, we've got Mercury again in Aries in your 7th house. But this time, it's conjuncting Aries, Chiron in Aries in your 7th. And Chiron is the wounded healer. And right now, you are healing partnerships in your life. And you're doing that by voicing what you want, taking care of yourself in the partnership, instead of always giving them what they want. Your needs got to get met here too. Then we have also on the 9th, Mars in Gemini in the 9th house. And that's squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 6th house. You are being disillusioned at work. You're not seeing the reality of the dual side of the actions that's happening, whether it's in broadcasting, advertising, publishing, higher education, philosophies. I mean, you're taking action in these areas and, probably in more than one area, okay? If you want to move, that's also a 9th house matter for, if you're going to be moving a long distance. Now, this is also, with Neptune in Pisces. Now, if you're being creative in advertising that, yes, you're going to have to come over some obstacles, but your creative is the best way to spend it. But don't disillusion others at work. Don't manipulate others at work. Um, just be your creative self with your higher vision of what you want. Then on the 10th, we've got Mercury in Aries in the 7th house sextiling Saturn in Aquarius in your 5th house. Now, you feel like your dating life, your creativity, or, you know, it, your life with your children is being, something's being held back here. You're being suppressed. And you're going to have to communicate aggressively on this day to get over, whoever's trying to suppress you or whatever's trying to suppress you, that you're in a partnership with. You are self-aware now. And you've got to use this awareness in order to move forward in a partnership and let them know they don't get to hold you back anymore. Then we got Venus, okay, in Aries in the 7th house, sextiling Jupiter in Aquarius in the 5th house. And here we've got Venus in Aries. You are self-aware, you're giving yourself love, but you're also aggressively loving those also that you love, okay, or in partnerships with, and you're expanding issues with them, whether it's creatively, it's with your children, or your dating life. You are going after the things that you want, and it's expanding issues, in one of those relationships. Then on the 11th, we've got Aries, again, with Venus in the 7th house. And here it's squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your 4th house. And you're going to have to get over a relationship issue you're having about a home-based thing that you want to do, whether it's a move you want to make, or how you want to put down your foundation. You're fighting with someone about this at this time. You've got to get over it. Don't go gung-ho, okay? I will tell you also on the 11th, we have a new moon in Aries in the 7th house, and there is a new beginning in that relationship, but you're going to have to get over, the home issues that you've got, whether it's an issue that you want to build with your home, or it's, stripping away layers that are keeping you from building that foundation that you want. Then on the 13th, we've got the sun in Aries in the 7th house, sextiling Mars in Gemini in the 9th house. And here, we've got, you're shining your light in your partnerships. You're someone you've always given to your partners. You love your partners, and you've had to learn over the last few years how to put up boundaries. And now, because of this, you have your actions, you're using either your higher mind, advertising, broadcasting, education, foreign people, you know, there's something that you're taking action with in that ninth house matter, and probably in more than one area, that's shining a light on those partnerships. Okay, and this day, I think whatever the issue is, you'll get over it, because you're, going to like the results. Then on the 14th, we've got Venus entering Taurus in the 8th house. Okay, now Venus here in that 8th house of Taurus, you're going to get more grounded, okay, about your intimacy and the things that you want in life. You know, you maybe it's other people's money that you're focused on at this point. It could be sexual issues. It could be issues where you've been scarred and you're getting more grounded there, with those that you love, and it's the most intimate part of your chart that has to do with another person. Okay. Then we have, on the 15th, the Sun in Aries in your 7th house, sextiling Jupiter in Aquarius in your 5th house. Again, you're expanding on those dreams that you have, because it is Aquarius. It's friendships. It's, friendships, your creative projects. You could be expanding there because it is a 5th house matter, or with your children, or, in your dating life, you're expanding on issues there. And it's, you've always put your partnerships first, but now you're reaching out, and even though you still love your partner, because it is Aquarius, they can be alone, and they do friendships really well, but when it comes to partnerships, then it's a whole different ball game. Then on the 16th, we have the Sun in Aries in the 7th house, squaring Pluto in Capricorn in the 4th house. Again, you're stripping away things that no longer work for you in that 4th house of home, family, security. You want what makes you grounded. You want a secure home base, and you're not going to let partnerships that are aggressive sway you in that. You are going to, go after the things that you want, and you want to do it with a partner, but if they can't allow you to build that secure base that you need, instead of people just jumping in aggressively and saying it's going to be this way, you're not going to tolerate that behavior anymore. Then on the 16th or the 17th, depending where you're at, we've got Mars in Gemini in the 9th house. Again, you're taking actions. Maybe it has to do with the government, some type, test, or education, or broadcasting, advertising, publishing, a foreign, something that's foreign to you and different, okay? And because it is trine Jupiter in Aquarius. And again, Jupiter is expanding on what is different, what isn't the normal, because it is Aquarius with those dreams and those friendships. And for you, it's the 5th house of children. It's also could be your dating life, or it could be, trying to think, fifth house, dating life, children, or your creativity. Then on the 17th, we've got Mercury in Aries in the seventh house, sextiling Jupiter in Aquarius in the fifth house. Okay, you've got Mercury here, okay, in Aquarius in the seventh. Now, your partnerships are communicating aggressively, okay? And you're going to have to get over it. And with it being fourth house, it's either someone you're dating, it's someone, it could be a child, or it could be someone in your creative world that has to do with your dreams. But you've got to get over the issues that are happening here. Then we've got Mercury in Aries in the seventh, sextiling Mars in Gemini in the ninth. Okay, again, dual actions happening in this ninth house area of marketing, broadcasting, publishing, media, foreign, higher mind, religion, philosophies. You're taking action in this area, but in different areas at the same time. And you are communicating, this with the partnerships, about how you see things. Then again, we've got Mercury in Aries in the seventh, squaring Pluto in Capricorn in, the fourth house. And again, you're tearing away what no longer works in this foundation with you, okay? You're getting rid of what is no longer working for you. And that is with the seventh house. You're communicating with partnerships there, about what you need to make you feel secure, what you need to make you feel happy. This is your home base too. You have given and given and given to your partnerships, to always make sure everybody else feels secure. Well, now it's your turn to feel secure. Now, on the 17th or the 18th, we've got Mars in Gemini in the ninth house. Again, more than one area of your life. You've got publishing, broadcasting, marketing, philosophies, education, religion, foreign travel, government. You're taking action in one or more areas, and with it being Gemini, I'd say two or more areas of your life there. And it's in conjunct Pluto in Capricorn in the fourth house. Okay, it's like a rock in the shoe. You want a secure home and a secure family, okay? But the actions that you're taking in the ninth doesn't always give you that secure base. Then on the 18th, we've got the Sun in Aries in the seventh house, conjunct Mercury in Aries in the seventh house. If I can say anything on this day, please don't argue with anybody. You've got the Sun and Mercury, what we call a chasm, okay? It's definitely an explosive day. And for you, it's in your partnership sector. Please don't argue. Go exercise. Take a walk. Do something to get rid of that energy that is making you feel upset. Okay? Then on the 19th, you'll have more clarity because Mercury now is entering Taurus in your eighth house. of intimate relationships, other people's money, taxes, transformation, and you can communicate a lot better because Taurus is a lot more grounded than Aries. Aries always fly off the handle, jump into things without thinking. Then the sun, also on the 19th, enters Taurus in the 8th house. So you're going to be shining your light on those intimate relationships over the next month, whether you're dealing with deaths and wills and or a transformation, all of these kinds of things. Then on the 22nd, we have got Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus in the 8th house. And there's a change coming to your intimate relationships because you want things to be grounded, and things have to change here in order for you to be grounded. You know, you're not going to be uprooted anymore in your intimate relationships when you want stability. Now, on the 23rd, we've got Mars entering Cancer in the 10th house, and you're gonna take a little break here because you're going to be more interested in communicating with your family in an emotional way. You're going to be more invested with your family after the 23rd and showing them, you know, whether it's your father or it could be your employer, okay? Or it could also be your own power within your family that you're directing your energy towards. Then on the 23rd or 24th, again, depending where you're at, now we've got Uranus conjunct Mercury in that 8th house in Taurus. And you're, you know, again, you want things to be calm and peaceful, and you're thinking about all the changes that you've had to go through. And now you know that there's some changes that have got to come in the way communication is happening for you to feel more grounded in your intimate relationships. Then on the 24th or 25th, we've got Venus in Taurus in the 8th house, and that's squaring Saturn in Aquarius in the 1st house. Okay? Now, pretty much here we have got Venus. We're looking at Taurus again. You want to be grounded in those intimate relationships. You want everything to be stable, whether that's the transformation that you're going through with those that you love, or with wills, or with taxes and death. It's squaring Saturn, okay, in your 1st house. You want to do what's new and different and, not the traditional. Well, and it's squaring, those you love who you're in intimate relationships with. They want stability and you want what's new and different, and they're, tied to the way things have always been done. Then the 25th, we have got Mercury and Taurus in the 8th house. Again, you're communicating in order to try to make things more stable and transform what needs to be transformed Okay, so you can have what's new and different with those structures that support you. Then also on the 25th, we've got Mercury and Taurus in the 8th house. And it's conjunct Venus and Taurus in the 8th house. And you're going to be in harmony on this day. You're going to be able to get over those challenges that you're happening where you feel restricted, by what, for people wanting what's new and different. Okay. They're like, no, we're used to the old way and we want to keep it that way. And you're like, no, I want what's new and different. And they're trying to restrict you. Well, you're going to find harmony with those that you love on that day. Then on the 26th, we've got the moon in Scorpio in the 2nd house, opposing the sun in Taurus in the 8th house. This is an ending with the money situation for you, something that you value. Okay, there's an ending coming here, and it needs to happen because you want to feel secure and safe in your intimate relationships. But again, you want to make sure that the very foundation that you build your life in is secure. And that's what you've got to look at. And then on the following day, Pluto goes retrograde in your sector of home and family and security. You're going to have to go over issues again with this, okay? Looking at, how you can make your home base more secure, and you're going to have to look deep, okay, at this, because Pluto only knows one way, and that's deep. Okay, then on the 29th, we have got Mercury in Taurus in the 8th house. Again, you're communicating how you want to transform things in those intimate relationships. And again, this time Mercury is sextiling Neptune in Pisces in the 6th house. And you know that it's going to take work, okay? You've got to change things within your health in order to have that intimate relationship that you're wanting. And you're also changing things at work, because you're not going to buy in to the illusions anymore that other people feed you about money, or other people's money. You want what is secure in your life. And you're not going to do the topsy-turvy ride anymore. If they can't offer you security, then you're going to move on and go elsewhere. Then on the 30th, you want the sun in Taurus in the 8th house, conjunct Uranus in Taurus in the 8th house. And again, you want what's secure, okay? You want, whether you're shining a light in, whether it be taxes or other people, you have got all of this going on and you want to transform, things, but you're going to have to change things that have always been done in order for you to feel safe and secure in your intimate relationships. For you, Libra, I am going to say this month is about making your home, your family, your very foundation more secure in your life. And you're pretty much going to be dealing with partnerships in your life so that you can do this. You know, because you want what's secure. And whether it's a child, whether it's your creative vision, or whether it's someone you're dating, okay? This is what you want. You want security. If they can't give it to you, then you're either going to have to let them go and move on to something different, to make sure that you've got the security that you want. You know, you've got to stop always trying to do what everybody else wants in this life because you love them. Because when you do that, they continually walk on you. And I know this is a fact because it's my moon. Okay. And believe me, I have learned that, you know, that we have to have boundaries in our relationships. And I wasn't taught that as a child. I was taught to be the scapegoat. I was taught to be what other people wanted me to be in order to have their love. And if I didn't, then they wouldn't love me. They rejected me. So I had those rejection issues, and I've had to overcome them. And I am here to tell you, okay, you have got to build your own firm foundation. Even if other people fight you about building that foundation, you can do whatever you want. All you have to do is have a mind to do it. Yes, you have intimate relationships, okay? But if they're not willing to meet you halfway, then you just need to say adios, amigo, okay? Because I've got to do things, you know, my way. I'm here to live my life for me. And we all have to learn that as a Libra. Now, Libra, I am using the light worker cards, okay? And we're shuffling them. Tell me about Libra for April. Here we go. Ooh, Libra. It's playtime for you. That's something else the fifth house can be, is playtime. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Okay? Find your joy in your creative pursuits. Okay? You know where you're walking towards. You know, you've always been so serious about everything that you want because of, you know, your rejection issues. Well, this month, okay, and it makes sense because, you know, Aries opposes Libra, okay, and we have we've got Venus there, we've got Mercury there, and it is opposing us. It's the, you know, our sign. And so therefore, you know, it's wanting us to loosen up a little bit. And other people are going to be opposed to what you want to do. You know, but you've also got to realize that our spirits need to have fun. You know, we need to do things without being attached to the outcome in the same sense, because we're always busy building, okay? We want a firm foundation. We never had it, okay? So we want to make sure our foundation's firm. Well, this month you're being called to loosen up, play, and have some fun, okay? Because laughter and having fun is the best medicine that you can give yourself when things in life are serious. And I mean, with you having eighth house issues happening, there are some serious things happening too, but you're being told not to take them so seriously. The eighth house is other people, okay, and their issues. Don't take responsibility for their issues. Okay? You need to take responsibility for your issues. They can't put the baggage on you anymore. You need to let them know, hey, that's your baggage. I love you. I'm happy for you. Okay? But I get to build my life in the way that I want to, just like you get to build your life in the way you want to. You can't expect me to give everything up for you. You have got to be willing to meet me halfway. And if you can't meet me halfway, then I'm just going to have to go somewhere else and get what I need. Okay? Because the bottom line is we want a firm foundation on which to build our home and family. So, and Saturn, as you feel like people have been restricting that fifth house, and the fifth house is joy and play. Okay? Your partnerships may be trying to restrict you in some way. Well, it's time for you to say, nope, I'm going to play, I'm going to celebrate, I'm going to do me. And, going to take care of my mental health. I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to take care of the very foundation on which I build my life. Nobody gets to restrict it anymore. So, Libra, you go play and have some fun this month. Well, I love you, okay? And I will see you in May. And you have a beautiful month.